All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again with Lion Comrade Kamala Harris. Now, as y'all can see, the left has nothing left to talk about. Only thing they've been doing is calling Donald Trump Hitler, calling him all of these foul names, all because they have nothing to run on. And it's just sickening. Then you got Joe Biden with last week calling for Donald Trump to be locked up. That was the stupidest thing for him to do. That's stupid for him to say something like that. Why would you do something like that? Why would you get on the microphone in front of the cameras and say, we got to lock up Trump? This is what these people doing. They doing that, comparing his rally at Madison Square Garden to a Nazi rally. Like, this is just ridiculous. It done got out of hand. And even Speaker Mike Johnson had to send them a letter, send Vice President Comrade Kamala Harris a letter telling her to stop all the rhetoric. And these people would not stop. They would not slow down because they have nothing else to run on but bringing all these celebrities. And it just don't make sense. Why is you bringing out Beyonce? Why is you bringing out Lizzo? Why is you bringing out Eminem? You bringing out all these people. It don't matter if inflation is high or low. It don't matter to them. They are wealthy. They are rich. Like, you supposed to be trying to help the people like us who need help. We ain't rich. We don't have money like Eminem and Beyonce, Lizzo, and all of these celebrities that they keep bringing out. It just don't make any sense at all. Now, Kamala Harris then got devastating news because some of these undecided voters, they are sick of the rhetoric. They sick of the Hitler talk, the Nazi talk, and we finna go ahead and get into it. Please hit that like button. It's very, very important that y'all hit that like button. More people can see the video, and it definitely helps the channel grow. And shout out to everybody who always stay to the very end and watch the entire video. I really appreciate that. Like I said, it really helps the channel out a lot. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Now this right over here, folks, this might be the worst news that Kamala Harris has received all campaign season. She's been looking for that elusive win now, hasn't she? She just needs one big media win to turn the tides of this election in her favor. But unfortunately for her, everything she's tried has been a swing and a miss. And this last-ditch little Hail Mary that she's attempted here, it might be the final failure. In fact, it might be the biggest failure of all. Democrats and their ways. They just don't listen. The southern border's in chaos. Border Patrol is yelling from the mountaintops. People living in border states clearly have it in their top priority list. But the Democrat response is, no, that's not actually happening. Inflation is through the roof. Spending needs to stop. The money printing has to stop. The irresponsible fiscal nonsense needs to come to an end. And the Democrat response is, what do you mean? And it's just transitory inflation and the economy is actually great. It's always the same pattern of behavior. They just don't listen. And in this instance, Kamala Harris follows through on this typical Democrat MO. She just doesn't listen. She doesn't seem to have an interest in what voters are asking for. All the voters want is for her to be real for a second. Just be a normal human being. Speak honestly. Don't speak in tongues with your random non-answer political mumbo jumbo. Actually address the issues. But instead, what do the people get? Orange man bad. Donald Trump is a literal fascist. Hitler this and Hitler that. The same old frickin' spiel that we've heard a million times before. The same defamatory nonsense and a clear avoiding of key important issues. And frankly, let's call it the ignoring of the American people. And it's just resulted in disaster. That, of course, was my initial perception. We've made videos essentially point for a while now. But I'd say after this focus group, after we hear from undecided voters in important swing states, after we hear their reaction to the latest Kamala Harris strategy shift, well, I'd say it's yet again, or probably the biggest failure of the Kamala campaign. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that. Take a look at this focus group. It seems as though the reaction is unanimous. People are done with the anti-Trump fear-mongering. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so here's the viral moment that's bouncing all around X. We've got an undecided voter from Pennsylvania answering a question here, and just listen to the response and also take a look at the facial language, the body language of everybody in the call.
I can't. I think part of the reason why I'm being pushed towards Trump so strongly is that I find that the Democrats and the left just keep going straight to Hitler all of the time with everything. Like it, and if it's not the left pushing Hitler, it's the right pushing Stalin. So it's like we're fighting World War II every single day for every single election. So it's so exhausting. I think it just detracts from, it pushes me away from their position, and it it's so hyperbolic that it makes it impossible to have good discussions, and I think it ruins the discourse.
Does anybody think it's valuable or something you want to hear from the vice president? Anybody? Raise your hand if you think this is something that's important for her to be talking about. Anybody?
Nobody.
It seemed rather unanimous now, didn't it? Not even rather unanimous, it was unanimous. They all pretty much feel the exact same way. What are people looking for? They're looking for candidates who are going to actually address the issues that the country is going through. But what do they get as the big October surprise? Not vote for us because we have this incredible plan and look at our amazing results. No, a distraction from all of that. Don't look at our plans. Don't look at our very recent track record that has obviously made you poorer, less safe, and the world less secure. Orange man bad. I think that undecided Pennsylvania voter hit the nail on the head. He's tired of it. People are tired of it.
Everybody is.
Clearly, it's the source of all the division. It's the source of all the craziness that's happened since Donald Trump really came on the scene. Barack Obama said this the other day at Kamala's rally.
I don't understand how we got so toxic and just so divided and so bitter. And I get why sometimes people just don't want to pay attention to it. And we all have friends like that. We have family members who just like, it's all a circus out there. I get that.
Oh, we're so divided, more divided than ever.
Ain't it funny hearing him say that, and then seconds later, Kamala them calling him Hitler. They listening to people that Donald Trump fired, talking about John Kelly them. These people got fired, so actually they feel like they got a bone to pick. Oh, Donald Trump fired me, so I'm just gonna say something about him because I know CNN is so stupid that they gonna run with it because they don't like Donald Trump. This is what these people do. They listen to everybody who got something bad to say about Donald Trump. It just don't make any sense at all. They talking about the October surprise. They bring out this woman that said that she was with Jeffrey Epstein, talking about Donald Trump touched her 31 years ago. So you telling me that she's saying Donald Trump touched her 31 years ago and she wait 31 years and 2 weeks before an election to come out with this, and CNN running it. This woman has no proof, no eyewitnesses, no paperwork, no cameras, nothing. She's just saying it and they running with it. These people are so freaking sick. Then they calling him Hitler. They calling him a fascist, calling his rally a Nazi rally. They talking about his supporters. You got Barack Obama talking about, we got to stop all of this. And then Kamala Harris them still saying it because they have nothing else to run on. They have nothing else to run on, not their economy, because she's a bad candidate. I bet they now wish they would have just did it the right way and let their voters pick who should have been the candidate. I mean, it just don't make any sense. Either way it go, man, we got to get President Trump back in the White House. We need 4 more years of President Trump and then 8 more years of J.D. Vance. I take Vivek Ramaswamy as well. And one of those two will do. But like I said, the name calling, the people are tired of it. They sick of it. Every single day is Hitler, Hitler, Hitler. Every single day, they tired of that crap. Because they know it's all a lie. Because y'all have nothing else to run on.
Oh, it's a mystery. A mystery why that's happening. Is it really? Of course it isn't. Every freaking day, Trump is Hitler, Trump is Hitler.
Every day.
I mean, for Pete's sake, Joe Biden called for Donald Trump to be arrested the other day.
He is talking about doing away with the entire Department of Education. He's talking, he means it. This is not a joke. This is a guy who also wants to replace every civil servant, every single one. Thinks he has a right under the Supreme Court ruling on immunity to be able, if need be, if it was the case, to actually physically eliminate, shoot, kill someone who he believes to be a threat to him. I mean, so I know this sounds bizarre. It sounds like if I said this 5 years ago, you'd lock me up. We got to lock him up.
Wow.
Politically lock him up.
Then he gonna try to clean it up. You see that? We gotta lock him up. Politically lock him up. See, he tried to change it. And it just made him look even bad because the entire time his DOJ been going after Donald Trump, keeping him in these courtrooms all year, starting from last year. And this is the crap that they've been doing. We gotta lock him up. No president's supposed to say that. And then he tried to clean it up. We ain't stupid. We knew exactly what you meant.
I wonder why the temperature is so high in the country. I wonder why there's all this division and all this craziness happening. It's obviously not a mystery. Even Democrat strategists understand it. The defamatory rhetoric has got to stop. People want to focus on the issues. But obviously, the Democrats aren't listening. And Kamala Harris certainly isn't listening. I think this interaction right over here pretty much tells you all that you need to know.
What do you say to those people, especially ones who might be concerned that, doing a big closing argument speech at a place like the Ellipse, maybe leaning more into talking about the threat of Trump to democracy and not his threats that you see to the economy?
One of the things that I love about the American people is we can hold many thoughts at once.
What the?
And one of the highest priorities for the American people right now is bringing down cost, and that is the priority of my agenda, and will be.
How is that the priority of your agenda if you've been spending the last couple weeks talking about Donald Trump being a fascist and Hitler? You ain't been talking about bringing grocery prices down, bringing inflation down, bringing gas down. You ain't been talking about none of that. All of y'all over there been talking about Donald Trump is Hitler. He's a fascist. He's a threat to democracy. You got Joe Biden over there saying we got to lock him up. That's what y'all been talking about. You ain't been talking about none to help the economy because you have nothing to run on. And bringing out celebrities who is already wealthy, no matter what we going through, it don't affect them because they are filthy rich. Then she got on camera talking about, oh, we just had 30,000 people at my rally. No, those people came for Beyonce. They didn't come for you. You would have never went to Houston if people didn't know Beyonce was going to be there. If you would have went to Houston and there was no announcement of Beyonce being there, I guarantee you would have never filled up no 30,000 seats. And she know that. She's trying to run off that. This is what Kamala Harris doing. She using celebrities to fill up stadiums. That's why she went and got Tyler Perry. She got Eminem. She got Beyonce. She got Lizzo. She getting all of these people to help her fill up stands because those people are coming for that artist. They coming for that celebrity. And she's trying to say 30,000 came for her. Because if you watch the actual video, those people, as soon as Beyonce left, because Kamala Harris campaign lied and said that Beyonce is supposed to be performing and that's why everybody came. And as soon as Beyonce left and they knew that it was all a lie, everybody else started leaving. And trying to say she had 30,000 people. That's a lie. You'll never get 30,000 people to come see Kamala Harris.
The priority of my work when I'm elected president of the United States.
You ain't going to be elected.
It seems as though even the leftist press is concerned and they're trying to, I guess, give the Democrats or give Kamala Harris a little bit of a clue. Hey, this rhetoric's not landing. Are we going to have a pivot in strategy? And Kamala Harris responds with more political nonsense word salad city spiel. The simple fact is the Democrats don't want to run on the issues. They only want to run on fear. And you can see it by what's being platformed. The people are asking for one thing, but the Democrats are delivering something entirely different. What can only be described as constant fear-mongering rhetoric. Hillary Clinton was recently deployed to CNN to make a comparison of Donald Trump's coming up Madison Square Garden rally to, you guessed it, you-know-who's 1939 rally.
And one other thing that you'll see next week, Caitlin, is Trump actually reenacting the Madison Square Garden rally in 1939. I write about this in my book.
So this is where Hillary doing. She coming up here spewing rhetoric because she's trying to sell that book. That's why if y'all notice something, every time Hillary Clinton come on CNN, when she say something about Trump, she say something about that stupid book. Nobody gives a damn about your book. Nobody's going to buy that book. This same woman is still salty because she lost to Trump in 2016. She still haven't got over it. They always talking about Donald Trump didn't accept the election results in 2020. Hell, Hillary Clinton ain't accepted yet. She still be talking about it. But I'm telling you, man, these people, it's everything one way is a double standard. It just don't make any sense at all. This woman is trying to sell a book by saying, I wrote this about Donald Trump in my book. That's why she keep mentioning that book, because she's trying to sell it. Nobody wants to buy that crap.
Franklin Roosevelt was appalled that neo-Nazis, fascists in America were lining up to essentially pledge their support for the kind of government that they were seeing in Germany. So I don't think we can ignore it.
And of course, if it's not German mustache man, it's Vladimir Putin, right? Another story that's now breaking. Elon Musk apparently works for Vladimir Putin.
Elon Musk is the richest man in the world, a huge booster of Donald Trump, and according to the Wall Street Journal, is in regular touch with one of America's key adversaries, Russia.
This morning, a startling new report about one of Donald Trump's most ardent supporters, Elon Musk.
This is no ordinary election.
A regular on the campaign trail, and according to the Wall Street Journal, the tech titan in regular contact with Russian President Vladimir Putin since 2022. The Journal saying the contacts raise national security concerns, given the ties between Musk, SpaceX, and the U.S. military and intelligence agencies.
It's just so insane. And even when the leftist media isn't going down these insane rabbit holes and they're actually talking about the economy, it's again more insane fear-mongering nonsense.
That's exactly what it is, fear-mongering. That's what I'm saying. They just go to show you that the Democrats don't care about the American people. Why is they talking about how we're going to lower grocery prices and houses and help the American people and stuff like that? It's all about Elon Musk is talking to Putin. Elon Musk is this. Elon Musk is that. It just don't make any sense. They worried about everything else other than the economy. Worried about if Elon Musk talking to Putin. I mean, they don't even know that for a fact. They're going off what somebody else said. That's the thing. They never have any facts. They never have any video proof, no phone call proof, no text message proof, nothing. They just go off what a newspaper said and say, oh, Elon Musk talking to Putin. It's everything else except helping the American people. And this reason why Donald Trump is winning. He don't have to talk about all that fear mongering. He don't have to do all of that. He tells every time you go to his rally, we watch his rally, he's talking about how he's going to help the American people, how he's going to close the border, how he's going to bring grocery prices down. They ain't talking about, they talking about everything else because they just trying to scare the American people. This is what they trying to do and it's not working.
Sense.
Why are these economists so opposed to Trump's plan? Because the economic effects would be pretty terrible. This is a study done by Bloomberg Economics, and they found that Harris's plan did not have much change in either the GDP or inflation, which in a sense is a good thing at this point. But look at what Trump's plan would do. Trump's plan would cut the GDP by 8.9%. And let me put that in perspective for you.
God.
This is roughly twice the amount that the GDP went down during the financial crisis. Wow. So we would be looking at something between a recession and a depression.
GDPs.
They be acting like Donald Trump wasn't president before. And then this coming from MSNBC. So anything from them, from CNN, it's never going to be good. It's all about lies and stuff. Because when it's something good, they don't want to report on it from Donald Trump. They just want everything they feel like is going to be bad and just put up crap. See, the whole thing is they're just trying to scare the American people, saying, oh, it's going to be bad if Donald Trump becomes president and all of that. Nobody's falling for that crap.
It's going to go down 9 percentage points if Donald Trump enacts his agenda. Negative 8.9% GDP. Come on.
They got to be kidding
me.
Who
is buying this stuff? It's just fear-mongering. It's just to make people scared and emotional. But it's obvious, based on what we saw, that people simply just aren't buying it. They've had enough and they want to return to normalcy, and they've learned that voting for Joe Biden was not that return to normalcy. They were, in fact, lied to. Donald Trump is not the problem. The people engaged in these extreme tactics, these lies, deceptions, all this extreme hyperbolic rhetoric, they're simply the ones to blame. Trump is speaking about the issues. Meanwhile, the Democrats are doing their best Chicken Little impression. The sky is falling every single day, and it's just not working anymore. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got.
Salute to Liberal High Mind. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. Let him know that I sent you. Obviously, y'all heard what I have to say. At this point now, they're just trying to scare the American people into not voting for Donald Trump when they are the same one. They're just spewing rhetoric, talking about Hitler every single day, putting up false claims, got people coming out saying Donald Trump said this, Donald Trump said that, Donald Trump did this to me 31 years ago. I mean, what's the next person they're going to come out and say Donald Trump did something to him? What they going to say? Donald Trump stomped on my foot in the elevator 40 years ago. And then CNN would be the dumbest person to cover it. Oh, look, y'all, this person just came out and said Donald Trump stomped their foot 30-something years ago, 40-something years ago in the elevator. It's like they pick up anything somebody else say without any proof at all. And people see. That's why when they kept saying this October surprise, that's what it was. bringing out a fake ex-model, talking about Donald Trump touched her. That was a lie. Calling Donald Trump Hitler, calling his rallies a Nazi rally, and it's just not working. People aren't buying that crap. So like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about that. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and shout out to everybody who stayed to the end. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much for that, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.